Dollar. Dirt and money, no soul. Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack and flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.
Yo, what's good, original crew? It's your boy DJ New Kid, your girl.
Here, Nicole.
Back on the channel with another
Kid and C original.
Welcome back to the channel, man. We got a good one for y'all today. We got the moment you realize your workplace was toxic. Damn, that was a deep silence.
I just had to breathe in so I can just
Breathe
take in, you know.
Breathe. Remember that song, the breathe in?
Breathe out. Yeah, that's all
Yeah. You know what I meant.
Yeah.
So with that being said, before we get into it, you got any stories? Which she like which workplace? Cause I always tell you, find out your company motto. That's what your company do wrong. If your company preach integrity, if your company preach, you was there for a little minute. If your company preach integrity, just know ain't no goddamn integrity.
Facts though.
If your company preach that they put their employees first, just know, you come like
Facts.
So, hey, whatever your company, when you first go in orientation, they say that, just know. That's the last thing.
Mine a little deeper, but I'm gonna save it because
that's a story time.
That's a story time,
and
I'm
and
I'm currently
Yeah. So with that being said, before we get into it, make sure y'all check out the links in the description box down below. You already know where to go if you want to further support. Just check down below. Also, we always salute the comment of the day. Before we get started, we always want to shout out to y'all, the subscribers. So keep on running it up in the comment section down below. Also, leave a like on the video if you enjoyed today's video.
Please
so
do. With
that being said, it's the moment you realize your workplace was toxic. Let us know in the comments. All right.
Tell me the moment when you realized that your workplace was toxic AF.
Oh, she said, hey,
This better not be the reason that I go viral. But at my one company that I used to work at, we bought a new building. And so we hired movers to move all our furniture from the one building to the other. And the movers wouldn't move our one boss's desk without bubble wrapping it from top, bottom, middle. They used so many rolls of bubble wrap. And we were charged a lot of money to move that desk because there was cum all underneath his desk. And we knew his door was always shut, and we knew to knock and wait at least 5 seconds for him to zip up. We all knew this. I should have left, and I waited way too long.
The moment when you realized that
you better start looking on the desk from now on.
But never mind.
your workplace was toxic.
So I was a salesperson at a store that shall not be named. One day I received my paycheck and I looked at it and I realized I wasn't getting commission. I've been working there for several months and my coworker, who was a guy, was getting paid commission, but he had been working there less than I had. Let's put that into perspective. So I talked to the other female coworkers and I said, hey, what's going on? They said, oh, our boss doesn't like paying women like the men. So one day on my off day, I went to my boss and I said, hey, I'm the only full-time female salesperson and I'm not getting paid the same as the men. That looks bad. He says, I don't see why I should pay you the same as the other guys. So I had to debate him on why I should get paid the same as the guys. He said, oh, well, this guy, he's worked here longer than you. I said, no, I've worked here longer. And he got paid more than me and we have the same job. You can bet your ass I won that debate.
Be the moment when you realized that your workplace was toxic AF.
I no longer work at this company, but I walked in and the store manager's like, hey, no one's really cleaned the bathroom in a while. Could you clean it? And I was like, yeah, I don't mind. I don't care, whatever. And I cleaned it. I mean, I did a really good deep clean, like therapeutic deep clean. I don't know why, but I just did because I was trying to be all, I did it. I walked out of the bathroom and I asked my store manager, and I was like, hey, like, can you check the bathroom and tell me how it looks? Like, just let me know. Do I need to do anything? She looked in there, and I kid you not, she just, yeah, it looks great. And then she turns around and she goes to my assisting manager. She goes, see, I told you Mexicans are good at cleaning.
Oh, no.
Oh, hell no.
Honey, you gonna have to meet me in the back, okay?
Hey.
No matter of fact, we're gonna do it in the front, honey, because at this point...
I ain't gonna cap, though. On that one... So I would have had to have bail money on that one. I would have went to jail for that day. I would have caught a charge. And I wouldn't even I would have told the judge, yeah, bitch, I did it.
My goodness.
What else you want? What else you want me to say? I had a reason.
No.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Right.
I got her back though. I called HR and got her ass fired.
Tell me the moment when you realized that your workplace was toxic AF.
So I was a waitress for like 5 years, and I kept wondering at this one specific place why I wasn't getting good shifts, good closing shifts. I was a really good waitress, handled my tables well, never did anything unprofessional, but it was a smaller restaurant and only like 5 people got good sections. Anyways, I found out later that our general manager was sleeping with one of the girls that I worked with. She was a terrible waitress, but she got all of the good sections because obviously they were sleeping together. To make it even worse, his pregnant wife would come in all the time, and everyone in the staff had to pretend like we didn't know that he was sleeping with her.
I could have told you that, Shawty. Soon you open your mouth. That's the restaurant biz. You want the good section, you better...
Oh, I thought you said the good section. Oh.
Section, not the...
Yeah.
Yeah, but the ones who be doing it, if you notice, all the cute girls always have the best sections in the restaurants, but they don't make no money because they trash. Let's go.
Me the moment when you realized that your workplace was toxic AF.
I never took my 1 hour lunch break out. I always had my lunch at my desk, always worked through lunch, addressing anything that came up. Once I left the office 10 minutes early, I got ripped a new one.
Tell me the moment when you realized that your workplace was toxic AF.
I'm going to call him Kim and Kanye because HIPAA. On the 3rd floor of an assisted living facility lived Kim and Kanye. They've been married for years. Kanye only had one arm. Kim's condition had declined to the point where she was in a wheelchair, could barely get up by herself. Everyone knew Kanye was going senile, but no one thought anything of it. Kanye comes up to the nurse's station one night and says, I got him. The nurses are like, fuck. Kanye says, there is this man in my room, but I got him. Don't worry about it. The nurses rush upstairs only to find that Kim's chair is there, her wheelchair, but Kim's not in the room, which Kim can't get up by herself. The nurses decide to look out the window, and there's Kim lying on the ground.
Oh, you mother.
The news want to report a story. The family says no. The family says, go ahead and bury her. We don't really give a shit. Our boss comes in and tells us if we ever speak of this or catch anyone talking about it to report them, everyone will be fired immediately and might be sued. That is a short version of how my job covered up a murder.
Tell me the moment when you realized that your...
Did we just hear that?
Wow.
Can't be.
Workplace was toxic AF.
So the last job I worked at, we were like closed because of COVID, and a black man came up to the window because obviously he didn't know we were closed. So I went up to go and speak to him and be like, oh, sorry, we're closed. And my manager turned around and said, no, we don't speak to, and then said the N-word. And you know when you just don't know what to say, you're just in disbelief. Anyway, I went up to him and said, sorry, we're closed. And then there was a whole conversation about how she didn't believe in Black Lives Matter and everything and all of that. And it was just very apparent that she was racist. And then she kind of got the hint that everyone in the workplace was calling her racist. And she was like, said to all of us, it was more the young people that were saying it. She was like, I'm not racist, so don't call me racist. I'm not racist, I just don't really like them. Them being black people. So I left and now I do social media.
Tell me the moment when you realized that your workplace was toxic.
I was approved to take a 3-week vacation to go see my boyfriend in July, who I hadn't seen since January because of COVID. So 2 days into my trip, I get an email saying that I'm not going to be paid for 3 weeks of PTO, and I'm also going to have to take a 2-week unpaid quarantine. Mind you, my trip was approved and this was never discussed beforehand. So, after arguing for 3 weeks, I decided to email the owner of the company and let her know that that wasn't cool. I also attached a copy of the Families First Coronavirus Response Act. This states that if you have to quarantine for any reason, you have to let them work from home for 2 weeks or pay them. So, guess what? They had to let me work from home. But wait, the drama's not over. 2 days before I'm supposed to go back into work, I'm told I have to transfer stores and not given a reason. I meet up with my boss and she tells me I need to watch myself and that maybe next time I shouldn't email the owner of a company if I have a problem. So I interviewed, put my 2 weeks in, a week later, and guess what? They still had to pay me out my PTO when I quit.
she like, yeah, okay, so with that one. Bruh, like,
honey.
Yo, like,
that's crazy.
I think almost every establishment is toxic. And it's always due to management.
Yeah.
It really never be the employees.
Yeah.
Oh, you remember that time I came home and told you about the call center? Mm-hmm. And they were selling drugs. The management was selling pills.
Yes.
They don't know.
But I'm saying, yes, I remember.
And they caught 3 scandals in one. And fired three managers, all male, all men, linked together. Cause one manager tried to fire one, and she went and told it all. And
bruh.
When I say, bruh, please tell me y'all want that story time. That's a good story time.
That's a good. I gotta hold out on.
But no, I'm saying that one at the call center was a good story time, bro. That's a good. We might have to do that one for real. Oh man, that was the biggest scandal, bro. Right after that, I would go. I was like, bro, yeah. And then they told me they wanted me to be a supervisor. I said, hell no, like this ain't. I made more money just chilling. About my business to get my coins, man. But with that being said, man, make sure y'all let us know in the comments some of y'all toxic job experience, man, in the comment section down below. But as always, y'all know how it goes, man. I do go by the name DJ New Kid. This is.
We are.
We are, y'all.
Ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack of flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar.